In a recent video I took a stud out of a manifold using MAP gas and candle wax. Well, it was pretty effective and it got some good views. And I did mention that I was given a box here that might solve that situation, and it might be interesting for you. Now, I don't really do a lot of promotions now because I was getting a bit tired of them, but this one interested me because I was always curious about what's in here. So I said to the guy, well, I was interested in years ago, but I don't really need one now. But he said he'd send me one, and I thought I'll give it a try out. And let's have a look. At least I hope that's what it is. Look at this. What have we got? We have KKSEVENS, I've got it the wrong way around. Magnetic Induction Heater Kit. Let's get rid of the packaging, let's have a look. I'll turn it this way so we can both see it. Yeah, Magnetic Induction Heater Kit. KKSEVENS, that's it. LED ergonomic handle, that's nice. 275mm, cooling system, more size coils. Is it SITZ coils? Stice coils, I don't know. Thumb screw. No open fire, precise bolt removal. Magnetic induction heater is the flagship product of KKSEVENS, embodying the brand's commitment to cutting-edge technology and user-centric design. That is just the thing for me. So let's have a look. Now, one thing I do like about a lot of these things, it comes in a good box. I hate it when boxes, you know, you just get things just thrown in a cardboard box. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Well, we've got an instruction manual and there is the tool. Now, what do we make of this? Oh yeah, it's got a sticker on the handle. Install the coil properly and tighten the knob securely. Critical to ensure the coil contacts correctly and the machine functions normally. Always loop the coil around the screw during use. Operating without a load may reduce the product's lifespan. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? 3. Never press the low power button without the heating target in place. To protect the device, follow the correct sequence. First connect the power supply, then press the switch to activate the machine. Tip: please remove this label before use. Alrighty, I'll remove the label and I shall stick it on here. So what do we get? Well, it's actually quite lighter than I thought. I thought it was going to be a really heavy piece of kit. So we've got some coils. It's simpler than I thought. So we've got a range of coils here. Oh, and ones that are not pre-bent. Let's have a look. How do these come out? Oh, there we go. So you could bend them yourself. You've got two you can bend yourself. And we've got one flat heater. I didn't know that existed. Large diameter one. Let's put them down here so we can probably see them a bit better. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Another one like that. I wonder what that does. I'm going to find out. Medium. Another medium. A smaller one. Oh, that's not going to stand up. Another smaller one. Another smaller one. Must be doing a lot of smaller ones. And one other large one. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 separate coils, or things that can be made into coils, because I think that those could sort of wrap around an exhaust pipe. You know what I mean? Like bend it round and use it. So we've got to now find out how this works. Apparently, how it does work is you put the bits in here. Wait a minute, let's have a go. Shall we go there a bit? Ah, there we go. So you put the bits in there and you've got 2 screws. Apparently, you've got to make sure that these screws are very tight. Now I'm not going to fire this up because it did state in the instructions, don't start it without being assembled with a bolt, for example. Now the thing is, I was going to take this down to JP's and have a look and see, because he's got lots of trolley jacks. That's his mainstay of his job. He's doing trolley jacks. But I'm just sort of looking around here and I wonder if I've got anything that I could quickly use. Let me go and have a look in the yard. So in the yard I found out that I've got some British scaffolding clamps that must have been in a bin for about 15 years. They are very tight. 13/16. I'll have to have a lie down after that. That is a good typical example of a rusted nut. Now, I've got some of the coils here. This one's big. This one is just a bit tight, and I'm just a bit wary of putting something tight. I think there has to be an air gap between the two. So I'm going to set up the machine, back those nuts off and try and get these into these holes. Now, right, so let's take the wire, see if this works. Like I say, the reason for going down to JP's was that he doesn't have oxyacetylene or anything like that to get bolts off. So it says put the machine over and then turn it on. Ooh, got a fan in it. I hope you're counting this, timing it. All you can do is turn it on. Ooh. So it looks like there's smoke coming off it. Let's do a zoom. Wait. Should have done a zoom. Here we go. It's getting the hot. Not glowing. I wonder how long you should leave it on for. Oh, I think it's starting to go now. Yes. I'll pull that down a bit. Yes, you can see it going. And the coil's getting very hot too. Here we go. Oh, look at that! Whoa! Ah, yeah. Oh, it takes a lot to impress me. Wait a minute, let's try the other end. What's happening? Oh. That's good. We didn't need any oil or anything like that. Now that got that off. I should have used a ratchet really, shouldn't I? But it's starting to get a bit warm again, a bit tight again. I wonder if I can use it twice. It is cool, going through a cool down cycle. Yep, it's certainly doing the job. Alright, look at that, what a difference it makes, eh? and no open flames. Yeah, that is a really tight bolt, tight nut. Don't stand the machine like this because it's got a fan on the back plate on its side. That's coming off, but what happens if I apply the candle wax to it? Well, that's one thing, it catches fire. It just shows it's hot. That must be very hot for the candle wax to catch fire. Oh, come on. It's always advisable to use ring spanners because you could slip and hurt yourself with an open ender. And away. So, I'm impressed so far. That was pretty damn good. Could I use it day to day? I guess so. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good kit. And especially with like do-it-yourself coils, like I say, wrapping this round an exhaust pipe and then using it would probably end up getting the pipes separated a lot easier.